I'm pharmacist Rory Blake. I've been asked to do two things today. Explain what the microbiome is and to talk a little faster, so I will. Basically, I can talk about mammals. We have 25,000 genes. All mammals have 25,000 genes. Humans and chimpanzees too. We're supposed to be 98% of the same with chimpanzees, the same genes, but we have so much more function than they do. And the difference is the microbiome. The microbiome sits in the gut and forms chemicals, precursors and intermediates to compounds that we need, primarily neurotransmitters in the humans. Basically the gut does things like serotonin and other chemical transmitters that we need. But what happens is chimpanzees might have 4 dozen different species of bacteria living in their gut, whereas humans have hundreds, up to 1,000. And the funny thing about it is we can do a lot more things than they do with the same number of genes. So these little chemical factories that are bacteria, Eli Lilly, one of the pharmaceutical companies, uses E. coli to make insulin. But we know that they can make a lot of other things that are important to function, which frees up our genes to do more important work. But anyway, what happens in aging is that bacteria grow really rapidly. Some of them are just 1 or 2 species, or just usually 1, and it takes up all the amino acids that the body has, or sufficient number to cause decline in the human, and the human body goes down and declines because of lack of nutrition. So it's competition for resources is what aging basically is. Humans can continue to absorb new members of the microbiome, bacteria, into the microbiome as late as like 5 years old. I have my 5-year-old with me, so there's a reason that there's nothing more perceptive than a 6-year-old, because they've got about the most bacteria help that they can get to help them with neurohormones. But anyway, back to the thing. People can have up to 1,000 different species of bacteria living in them, and it's always in humans an anaerobic bacteria species that becomes the problem with overgrowth. All bacteria can make their own amino acids, but certain bacteria, when they're growing really fast, have to have it from the outside. The thing that really upsets me, I've worked at like 9 long-term care facilities, from just fill-ins to a year, and basically what happens is that older people have one bacteria taken over, and it's obvious. Every person in a nursing home has a majority of one bacteria. One bacteria species is the dominant species in that individual, and nobody's figured it out that might be because it's overgrowing, and might be because it's taking all their nutrition, and that could be the reason they're in the nursing home. So don't know what to say. I tried to talk a little faster, but tomorrow I'll really get into some details on what's going on exactly. And so please come back tomorrow and we'll talk more. Say goodbye to my 5-year-old.